Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Come on, set. 18 Gator. Slant. 36. Let go.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Jones, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
He lets this one fly toward the back, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Haywood. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Yeah, let's get that ball right here.
Now Manning. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Coming to you.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Off the draw, here's Williams.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42.
A gain of 15. First down, Green Bay.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. LeGarrette Blunt unable to use that big frame to his advantage. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working from the gun, Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
I'm going to come back to you.
Shoot.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
You got it.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come to my work. Be driven.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 saw. Quickstone travel. Watch it up. Hit it.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go. 70. Indy.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And Tate's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. 30 base.
Check pass. Check pass.
Right.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. They'll be stopped at the 6. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Giants first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
5.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0.
14. Packers nothing. Albert Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They come out here in the eye. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 19-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action. Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Graham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
He's going to go up. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Recon, 132-5, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Manning, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, Delta.
51's the mic. Let's go.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Manning. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Get it.
Now Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
We go set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's get this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 57 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, Jones. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Over.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
To throw again on second down. Manning, flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a giant first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Manning, sliding out of the pocket. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now it's Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 34-yard line.
Ready, break.
Mike 51.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Shotgun now for Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
42, Mike 42. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Kyler Fackrell, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open.
But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Bynes charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11 on second down now. It's Jones, and he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw. Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time in the game, I love the call, but here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception. I like the extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll run with Procise. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
319, 54. I'm coming.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next.